So pitches, Williams swings, a high fly, one deep, it is a home run. He hits the front of the right field fence.
Firmly into the heel of the Nazi jackboot. Britain and her allies managed to take the offensive in North Africa and keep Nazi and Italian forces in check, thus maintaining a vital foothold in the Mediterranean. Elsewhere, on the Eastern Front, the Nazi war machine advances against the mighty Soviet armed forces, and to the very gates of Moscow as the harsh Russian winter starts to rise. Meanwhile, tensions build in the Far East as Japan, with no natural resources of its own, seeks to replenish much-needed oil, rubber, and steel, and its army continues to fight the Chinese forces of Chiang Kai-shek. As Japan casts an envious eye towards its neighbors, President Roosevelt has threatened to halt shipments of scrap steel to feed the Emperor's hungry industrial furnaces. How will Japan react? With concerns over activities in the Pacific, Congress has authorized the movement of the Navy's Pacific Fleet to the naval station at Pearl Harbor in the territory of Hawaii. We bid all of our Navy boys upon aloha as they enjoy this tropical paradise.
Having duty in Hawaii was sort of like having duty in heaven.
I was 19 years old, and it was a beautiful country. It's a tropical paradise.
The beaches were very nice, clear water. I never had tried very much surfboarding. I never did get to stand up on one or balance.
We get headlines in the paper, war looms in the Pacific, and then maybe next week peace looms in the Pacific, and so we just thought it was newspaper talk, and we had no idea that anything was imminent.
Three of us were sitting around in the dining room Sunday morning having a late breakfast, talking over coffee. Suddenly we heard planes flying overhead. We said the flyboys are really busy at Port Island this morning. My heart was racing, the telephone was ringing, the chief nurse on this was saying, "Girls, get into your uniforms at once. This is the real thing."
After about 30 minutes, the battleship Roe was an inferno. You could tell ships were sinking. And then the attack seemed to slow down, and I thought it was over. That's when the second wave came in.
Flying right down the pit side of the ship, and I could see the pilot, the co-pilot, and he capsized,
planes diving and flying all over the place.
Washington. The White House announces Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. Stay tuned to WOR for further development.
Yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan. With confidence in our armed forces, with the unbounding determination of our people, we will gain the inevitable triumph, so help us God.
On that day in December of 1941, 2,386 Americans died, and 1,139 were wounded. But their sacrifices would not be forgotten. Overnight, America united against Japan in response to calls to remember Pearl Harbor, and remember we did. In the days and weeks following the attack, the men and women of Pearl Harbor went back to work. Ultimately, they would salvage 5 battleships, 2 cruisers, and scores of smaller vessels, aircraft, and ordnance, which was thrown back into the fight against Japan. Across the nation, young men and women lined up at recruiting centers to join the fight against Japan and her allies, Nazi Germany and Fascist Italy. From field to factory, plowshares were beaten into swords. But once automobiles rolled off the assembly line, there were now tanks and airplanes.